friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know about all of you, but somehow January flew by. I know for a lot of people it didn't, but like for me, for some reason, it was cooking. Okay, cooking. And I feel like it went by so fast, yet somehow I read more books in January than I have ever, maybe? I don't know what my highest month is really, but it's gotta be up there. Okay, it is up there. And I read 18 books in January. I read a lot. This was mixed with audiobooks and Kindle, but we went through it. So today I'm gonna go through all of the books I read and if I recommend them or not and what they are about. I've done smaller videos on my TikTok, so now we are deep diving into the books I read this month. And there are a lot. So let's go.
I'm walking slowly, I'm taking my time. All I could talking is starting to rhyme. I just can't get enough of this beautiful life. Forgive me all you can of this beautiful life.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the romance books that I read because I went on a rampage and I read the rest of the Rebecca Yarros books that I had left. I have read most of her books, and then I finished reading all the rest of them this month, and I don't have them yet. But, so first we have the Renegade series. And this is Wilder, Nova, and Rebel. This is a romance book, college book, where these college kids go on this cruise, a semester at sea, but it's a year-long college course semester at sea, and they're traveling to all these different locations, and the purpose of this is these kids who are a part of this extreme sports YouTube group is filming a documentary while they're on this year abroad at school. It is so out there. Okay, I totally understand, and it is also so different from literally everything that she has written, because at this point every other book that I've read of hers is very serious or older people, military based, whatever. No, this is extreme sports. They're pulling a bunch of stunts. They're doing crazy stuff. It is so fun. Here's the thing is I really liked Wilder, and there is one thing that Rebecca Yarros is good at, and it is a good plot twist. Okay, she got me wholeheartedly. Okay, so I loved Wilder. I thought it was so good. I didn't really like Nova because I feel like their stories were so intertwined. Their stories are very intertwined with one another, obviously, but I feel like the book Nova was really honestly copy and paste of the first book, and it wasn't my fave. I think I like them and I like the characters, but I don't necessarily love the story because I just felt like it was the same exact concept because they're dating people that are on the ship with them. Now Rebel, I feel like our girl, that book follows, what's her name? Her actual name is not Rebel, believe it or not, but I can't remember off the top of my head. It's gone. Anyways, moral of the story, she has a completely different story arc because she's been in all the books this entire time, and it ends with her kind of she's injured at this time and is kind of depresso espresso. And anyways, she meets someone who does end up being on the cruise with her, but it's a teacher student, which hold right there. Hold right there. I know what you might be thinking. Abby, ew. Why would I want to read a teacher-student romance? That's disgusting. No, listen. This is different, okay? This does not give gross vibes at all, okay? No gross vibes. No dark romance vibes. No, none of it. Absolutely none of it. It is hot. It is so good. They're also not that far apart in age, okay? The age gap is not there. And when you read it, just trust me. Just trust me. It's good, okay? It's fantastic. And it was just such a wholesome way to end the series, and it's obviously the end of the series, so you get the jump forward with everyone with their kids, and it just I loved it. I love that book series. I mean, I'm kind of into the extreme sports guys now. Heaven forbid, motorcycle guys? Maybe. Just maybe, because it was kind of hot. I was a fan. Absolutely. The other, like, 2 books I read that were in a romance series is the Stopover and then the Takeover, which are the first 2 books in the Miles High series. Layton told me to read this, okay? And I was like, alright, fine, I'll give it a go. She told me that the Takeover was amazing, but I was like, this is the first book, and I have a tendency to need to read the books in order, okay? I can't do the jumping around. I know they're interconnected standalones that you technically can read them out of order, but I, in my brain, cannot do that. So I read this one first. I didn't really like it. It is basically, so how the Miles High series is set up is that there are 4 brothers that own the Miles Media Company, so it's like a media, like newspaper, news outlets essentially. They are like billionaires. They run this company together, whatever. So this book is about the first brother, who is like the CEO of the company. Okay, he is like the big dog owner, and she ends up getting a job at Miles Media, and then they start dating, all the things. Regardless, I didn't like this one because it just definitely gives more dark romance vibes, where it's just very kinky, I guess, is what you could say. And also, they just were constantly fighting at all times. And I don't do that. And I don't like the, like, fight, don't talk to each other for a week. Fight, don't talk to each other for a week. Like, I can't do it. Like, I can maybe do it, like, if it happens, like, once. But, like, if it's, like, constantly happening, like, every few chapters, I'm like, you are not compatible. Like, I don't care how obsessed he is with you. It's creepy at this point, and, we need to move on. So, it wasn't my fave. The Takeover, however, I have a weak spot. I have a weakness for books with single parents in them, but specifically single dads in them, but just hear me out here, I just like kids in books in general. I think that they add just a really cute aspect to romance books. So that's what we have. We have single mom who has 3 kids, okay, and we have Tristan. I love this man. We have Tristan, who is like over acquisitions or something like that at Miles Media. So he's like the next brother. And I love this man. And single mom owns another media company that the Miles Media is trying to acquire. She is a single mom of like 3 boys, and they're like teenagers. One's like 17, 18, and then they go down from there to like 9. And I kid you not, I liked their relationship in general. I think that their relationship was really cute, and it was spicy, and it definitely has a lot of spicy scenes, but it never felt like too much to the point where I was like, holy crap, like, I cannot do this. I definitely do skim a lot, just gonna say that out loud, like, right now, is that I do skim a lot of, like, spicy scenes, because they're not my favorite to read. 1 or 2, sure, but, like, if it gets more than that, then I'm like, nah, I'm good, like, I'm good. The relationship between him and his kids is probably the funniest thing I've ever read. The first time he comes to this house is absolute chaos. The kids are literally trying to attack him. It's so funny. I literally was dying laughing. I could not stop. And I love just the whole, like, arc of Tristan and dealing with these kids and stuff that are absolutely insane is just iconic and so good and so funny. But it's also, like, so wholesome. I love it. The main girl does kind of piss me off sometimes, because she, like, their relationship is moving, and then she starts to freak out because her husband died. So, like, there's definitely some weird feelings there, you know, whatever. But regardless, I loved it. I would give this book like a 4.5, maybe 4.75. The only thing I didn't like about this book was that they had some conflict towards the end, and then literally it was all just like, resolved, poof, gone, all happy, whatever, by the end of the book. And, like, it just was kind of, like, the ending was kind of rushed and kind of a little weird, because it was basically, like, there was a certain aspect that was really important to him, like, towards the end, which kind of made them, like, separate for, like, a month, whatever. And then by the end, it's like, oh, never mind, it's fine, I don't care. Like, and it just, like, I don't know, the ending was really rushed. For how big this book is, I don't feel like the ending should have been so rushed, but I still loved it. I can look past that. It's just not gonna get a 5 stars from me, but, like, I can look past it for sure. This month, I also went into Anna Huang again. Okay, I did a re-listen of Twisted Love, which is the first book in the Twisted series, and then I also read, or listened to, I guess, If We Ever Meet Again and If the Sun Never Sets. okay? Listen, I like Anna Huang. I really do. And I love that her stories are all so interconnected and that she's really building out this huge world. I think it's so cool. I appreciate it. I really do. However, her books start to feel the same exact thing over and over again. And I have a tendency, like, I love her books, but, like, I can only read, like, one or two at a time. And then I need to, like, read a lot of other books in between, because if I read them all in a row, they're literally it feels like the same exact thing. Same exact characters, same exact storyline, same exact, like, moments in the book where I know a plot twist is gonna happen. Like, it's just not my fave. Twisted Love, though, like, it's one of the very first romance books I ever read. It has my heart, and I really do love Ava and Alex, and honestly, I remember this book having so much more to it than it actually did. I'm gonna be honest. It definitely is a very quick romance book. I mean, it really is. It's under 350 pages, so, like, but, like, that's my fave. I can't complain about that, but I definitely was surprised. I just feel like I remember it being, like, a lot crazier and a lot more than it actually was. This one is fine. I don't love books, so basically it's about the same two characters each time. This one happens, and then this one happens a few years later. It's fine, but it just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Explain in words. Try again. I literally read this at the beginning of the month, and I don't even remember what, like, happens necessarily. Oh, one, her name is Feyre. I can't get over it. I can't get over that. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't like her, but I love him, okay? And I love that. I love him. But, like, was it memorable? Obviously not, because I can't remember anything that happened in this book. So, the last romance book I read this month was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Now, everyone and their dog has told me to read this book, and so, like, I have only ever seen people love this book, okay? Love it. I don't really love her books. I love her. Like, I follow her on TikTok, and I think she is so cute, and I love the style of writing in the sense of it's not smut-based, which I love. Listen, I do love. But I've only read Yours Truly, and it wasn't my favorite. I just really like a very powerful, like, competent man, and Yours Truly, I felt like didn't really give me that. This one definitely did. I love this main character. Justin has my heart, okay? This man deserves the world. And that world is certainly, what is her name? Emma. She gives me the ick. I'm sorry. I could not get over her whole, like, story arc of, like, fight or flight, and she just running away from everything, and then being, like, and then her, like, Justin literally being perfect, and her being, like, it's so great, and I love it, but I'm leaving. Like, no. I was so fed up with her the entire book. I could not. I'm sorry, but I literally can't handle her character. I hated, mark my words, hated her character. And I don't like her character arc, and Justin deserves the world, and she is not that. Okay? I cannot stand her in this book. It made her character and her just, like, way of handling things made this book so unbearable to me. I could not handle, and it's not even the aspect of her mom, because there is an aspect of me that understands that confusing relationship with a mom who kind of comes in and out of your life, but it's like you have those complicated feelings because it's your mom, and I understand. There's a part of me that does sympathize with that, and I do understand, but it's the fact that she lets that play into a relationship with Justin, and also then, like, pushes him away, and then is like, no, but I'm leaving, and then completely shuts down, like, 110% by the end. Like, I just, grow up. Like, I'm sorry your mom hurt your feelings and left you as a child. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you have a man who loves you and will do anything for you, and you're like, no, I can't do it. Like, no, I do not sympathize with that at all. I do not care about that at all. You should go on my Goodreads, because the entire time I was like, this girl sucks. Anyways, not my fave. I think I rank that book like a 2.5, because I don't like her. She bothers me. Alright, we are moving on to fantasy. First off, I read the most obscured fantasy book this month. I don't know where this came from. I just was like, I want something light and fun, and that's going to be really easy to read. And that, my friends, was The Betrothed and the Betrayed by Kiera Cass. Now, if you don't know who Kiera Cass is the person who wrote the selection. She loves writing about, like, royalty and princesses and all this stuff. She has a very good understanding, I feel like, at least what I would know, of, like, what royalty was like, and, like, court, and, like, it kind of gives Bridgerton vibes for sure, but, like, a little bit later in time. I don't know. Can't explain. Love, though. Now, was this the deepest, best fantasy romance book I've ever read in my entire life? No, it's YA, it's easy. I literally read this one in one sitting, the other one in the other sitting, and I just, like, is it the most profound thing I've ever read? No. How? I was literally using that light for, like, 2 seconds.
A few moments later.
Alright, my lighting's not going to be as good anymore, but I don't even care because I have been so annoyed with how many things have gone wrong filming today. I'm going to lose my mind. This book series, regardless, was great. I don't even remember what I was saying last time I started filming. Oh, I'm going to lose my mind. Anyways, regardless, it is a YA fantasy book series. Okay, it follows this girl named, don't even tell me, it'll come to me. It was something actually very odd. Hollis. That's what it was. Hollis. Hollis is basically like a girl in the prince's court, and she is trying to, well, actually now he's the king. Sorry. She is trying to basically date the king, and become his betrothed, aka the betrothed. And then a family comes from a different country asking for shelter, and one of the guys in there, she's like, he's cute, and she starts to fall for one of the brothers, okay? Now, it's a little scatterbrained because this is about one person, and then this is about her and another person. But, like, does it rip out your heartstrings? Yeah, it does. But, like, is it great? It is. It's so fun. It's so cheesy. It is so cheesy. And it is just, it's something, okay? But did I love it? Yeah, like, this is, like, definition of, like, guilty pleasure book of, like, was it good? No, not really. Was it so cheesy? Absolutely. But, like, did I love it? Yes, I did. So, like, take that as you will. I just remembered another 3 books I didn't mention. I was like, this is not adding up. I will quickly do these ones because they were not worth my time. There is a book that Rebecca Yarros wrote called Boy in Love and Girl in Love, but she co-wrote it with someone else. They're free on Audible, so I was like, I'll just listen to them. Terrible. I did not like them at all. I thought that it was a waste of my time. They are all just so smutty, and I did not like them. Okay? Not a fan. The first one, fine. She basically tries to find a fake date to her sister's wedding because her sister is marrying her ex-boyfriend. Anyways, that aspect of it is fine. The second book, though, terrible. Hated it. Not good. Waste of time. And then there was another book that I read, the last Rebecca Yarros book that I read, which was Reason to Believe, which is a small town. It basically deals with this girl brings on these foster kids whose mom passes away, and she basically starts raising them with her best friend. It's her brother's best friend, and they have always just kind of danced around each other, but he swore when they were children when he was kids that he would never touch or date his sister. So it's like a forbidden romance type aspect, but like it's so good. It's small town. He's like a firefighter with her brother, and like it's so good. Okay, listen. I loved it. I didn't like the ending. It kind of ripped my heart to shreds, but like I loved it every other way. It was a great book. But now on to the good stuff. We've got Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Dumbledore. I'm losing my mind. I have been trying to read Harry Potter now for months, and I read the first one. It was painful to read, I'm gonna be honest, and then I tried to read the second one, and it's taken me months to read the second one, okay? I was not vibing with reading these books written for children. I could not get through it. It was, like, painful. Also, what is up with the chapters being so long? Like, why? I don't understand. But then, I logged into my sister-in-law's Audible account because she has some Brandon Sanderson books, and I found that she also had the Harry Potter books, and I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna listen to them. Oh my gosh. So much better. So much better. And so I was able to finally finish Chamber of Secrets, and then I read Prisoner of Azkaban, and then I listened to Goblet of Fire. Now that I'm on it now, I feel like I would definitely be able to read these ones. They definitely mature as you keep going. So like I would understand how these would be more bearable as you are going, but I have been loving them. Like, I understand, like, why people love them so much. The characters, I love the way that it's written, but the narrator for the audiobooks makes it worth it. Like, he is so good at it. I love the audiobooks. I'm obviously not done, and I think I'm gonna do, like, a whole, like, review of the Harry Potter books at the end when I'm done with all the books. But so far, I'm loving them. And they are so good, and if you have not read them, I recommend listening to them. But regardless, it does not take away from the magic that is Harry Potter, and I'm obsessed. I love them so much. What am I missing? You know, that was it. That was all. I have last one. And the last one is Onyx Storm. If you have not seen my Onyx Storm reading vlog, I do like a whole entire review of this book at the end anyway, so no spoilers here, but I loved it. I know that a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. I definitely have mixed, like, certain things that I have mixed feelings on from the book, but that did not take away from the fact that I loved it. I definitely need to do a reread of it because I don't think I consumed like really actually like took in like half the things I read in this book. But did it mean that I didn't love it? No, I loved this book. I would rank it a 4.5 stars, maybe 4. I'm gonna say 4, and then I'm gonna give it a reread, and then we'll see. But I still loved it, and I thought that it was really well done, and I'm excited for the rest of the series. For what it was going to be, which I knew it was going to be basically a filler book, I thought it was a great filler book. So, can't complain. I love the characters, and I love the world, and so anything that has to do with these characters, I will continually read, always. Please never not write these books. I get so sad because I think about the day that she's not going to write in the Fourth World anymore, and we're going to have to say goodbye to these characters, and I don't think I'm going to be well. But that's all the books I read. I feel like I did that pretty quick. That was good. That was all the books I read in January. I'm really excited for February. I have a very ambitious TBR. If I will probably not follow it, but you know, it's always worth it to try. But you never know what's gonna come as a mood reader, so we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure that you guys like this video and subscribe, and so you can get book content every single week. And I hope this also gave you some good book recs and some guidance on what books you should read. I love you all and have a great week. I still can't figure out what to say, but happy reading. Mwah.
I'm walking slowly.